nothing. He said, as I hear, thank you, keep it there for us. As I hear, I judge. How does Jesus judge? Not as I want, not as I wish. I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge. And because my judgment is based on my hearing, I can stand on it and say, I know what I'm saying. As I hear, I judge. Not as I wish. That experiment is too risky. He said, because I seek not my will, but the will of the Father that has sent me. So God can send you to a place that does not seem to be favorable, but because it is the will of God, you can stand there speaking to principalities and powers, and they will say, Isaac, leave that land. And Isaac knows that God told him, stay in this land, and he will sow in that land, and that same year you will receive. And someone else can be in that same land and fail because he was not in the will of God. It is risky and it is dangerous to be outside of the will of God. Jesus, the Son of the living God, is showing us here that the reason behind his exploits and his results was not just that he was Jesus, but that he made sure that every moment of his life he would verify that he was in the will of God. Your immunity is in the will of God. Your relevance is in the will of God. Let me give us 4 keys very quickly. Are you ready to receive? There are 4 keys that will help any believer to discern and to walk in the will of God. Number 1, the first key to discerning and walking in the will of God is a life of total surrender. A life of total surrender. A life of total surrender. Give us John chapter 5 and verse 40. John 5:40. Did I miss something again? Luke chapter 22 and verse 42. Luke chapter 22 and verse 42, please. Yes. Saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup of me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Say surrender. God is not going to waste his time revealing his will to you until he knows that your heart is already prepared to accept what he brings. There are many people who go to God in prayer, and they are not going to God in prayer to really ask of the will of God. They are going with their will already prepared and forcing him to stamp it. Are we together? Father, I know you are going to bless me, but I'm coming to you with the name of this senator. Lord, give him no rest. This is the man I have chosen. I must eat from this man. And God is saying, that's not how I work. Yours is to come to me. I have said you should come to me. It is for you to accept the blueprint that I have designed for your financial well-being. In this example,